We welcome you back into the Alex Strouf Show right here on CreamCityCentral.com and Twitter and Facebook. And now we head to the phone line. We bring in the host and reporter at Fox Sports Wisconsin, a host at 97.3 The Game in Milwaukee, and the always entertaining Dario Melendez. Dario, my friend, thanks so much for hopping on with us.
I like that. I might have to put that on the shirt. The always entertaining. I like that.
I like that too, because you are always entertaining. Man, look, Dario, the last few months, I've really missed seeing yours and Craig Cochon's face on TV every night. How the heck have you been? What's it been like the last couple months?
Going a little stir crazy. Look, we're all trying to just stay safe. I think we've done a phenomenal job of saving as many lives as possible during this pandemic. I'm beyond ready to get back to sports. I've built a fire pit. I built a tree house. I have built, I think, 5 or 6 Lego sets. I don't know if I can do anything else, because if I build something else or buy another Lego set, I might get kicked out of the house. So I am ready for baseball and basketball to start up ASAP.
Okay, but now you've really got me tipped off. How big is the treehouse?
It's a pretty good sized treehouse. It's 6 by 4.
Oh my goodness!
I posted pictures of it on Twitter. It's like 8 feet high. I'm not that guy. I'm not a tools guy. I don't cut my own lawn. I'm not going to set my people back to cut my own lawn. And then one day, my son just said he wanted a treehouse. My wife and I were like, okay, we'll try it out. We put the platform in, we proposed it, and then it turned into a heck of a project. It was a lot of fun, and it came out awesome.
I'm so used to seeing you in a suit and tie. You getting down and dirty and building a 6 by 4 treehouse is quite the visual. That's something I wouldn't put past you, but I'm impressed. Well done.
Yeah, I'm still surprised we did it. It came out awesome. It's sturdy as hell, which I thought would be the first thing. I figured as soon as we got in there, with my lack of tool experience, it would fall down. But it's been great, and the kids love it. So that's the plus.
That is the plus. That's exactly what we're shooting for. Well, we're done talking about tree houses. Let's jump into sports at least a little bit. Obviously, reporter for the Brewers, host for the Brewers. You do a lot with the Brewers. Let's talk about baseball. What the hell's going on, Dario? What are the owners doing?
Your guess is as best as mine. This is negotiations. Usually they are very quiet. They don't happen in public, and this is what happens when negotiations happen in public. You hear both sides offers. They're always off on each side. The more smart people you talk to, the more you hear this is going to happen. We still don't know the length. Obviously, the 50 games with the full probate would be, I guess, best of both worlds, because that's what the players want. They want that full probate. If you go to 82 games, it's only going to go 40% of the salary after the probate. So the players are totally into that. But I think both sides realize, with baseball, with basketball back, with hockey back, with NASCAR and MLS and all the overseas soccer, baseball can't be the one that trips over its own feet. I mean, you're not going to have a 98 where Sosa and McGuire bail you out after the 94 strike.
Right.
Both players want to play. Both sides want to play. They'll get it done. David Stearns was pretty adamant about that as well. It's just whether it's going to be a 50-game season or a 70 to 80-game season.
See, that was actually my next question, because we talked a lot about this on Tuesday, whether or not we thought there would be a season. It was actually our Twitter poll on Tuesday, and it was right up the middle, 51% yes, 49% no. And I wrote down, we heard from David Stearns yesterday, very adamant, as you said. So clearly you agree. You do think there will be baseball in 2020.
Oh, yeah. Look, both sides are too smart. And they realize, you look at the landscape of the country, obviously, you have all the civil unrest. You have 42 million people unemployed. So you have this global pandemic we've been going through. I don't think the fan base, especially the casual fan, which is what a lot of these owners make their money off of, I don't think the casual fan would be okay with millionaires turning down millions of dollars and billionaires being too scared to lose a couple $1 million. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. Plus, I mean, the more I think about it, a 50-game season would be so much fun. I always say baseball players don't really look at the season until September. I mean, June is okay, May is okay, April is okay. Your whole goal is to be within 3 games of the All-Star break, be within contention when September hits, and then September is when the season starts. But if you have a 50-game season, every game matters. I mean, that could be so exciting. a bad start to the season, you go 1-4 the first 5 games, you might be done. That's crazy to think. So I think it'd be a lot of fun.
So you're a fan of that. So I was on the exact opposite side of you on Tuesday when we were breaking this down. If you have a slow start, exactly, it's pretty much over. And the Dodgers, who, in my opinion, the best team in the NL, they typically get off to a relatively slow start and then they put on the gas. So it would be weird. But you are a fan of the 50-game season. That's intriguing to me. It would be a lot of fun.
Huge fan, because again, it puts emphasis on early season games. And look, you're right. Look at the Nationals last year; they sucked in the beginning of the year. In a 50-game season, there's no room for sucking ever. The Brewers the last 2 years have gotten off to blazing starts. Then they play below 500 baseball from about June to September, and then rosters expand, and Craig Counsell turns into Thanos and just can take everything he wants and ruin all of baseball by playing a game that people don't like and just winning like crazy. You're going to get that this entire September. It's going to be expanded rosters. There's going to be a 20-man taxi squad. You're going to have 50 games of September like baseball, and the Brewers are built for this. So if you're a Brewers fan, hell yeah, you love the 50-game season, because it plays right into what David Stearns and Craig Counsell have built here in Milwaukee.
We're joined by Dario Melendez here on the Alex Strouf Show. You can find him on Twitter at Dario_Melendez. Now, switching gears, Dario, we heard from the NBA earlier today, and it's all over the place, but I'm a really big fan, right? Only 9 teams in the Eastern Conference representing 13 in the West, but you have that nice little 8-9 opportunity. Were you able to read into it a bit? And if so, what are your thoughts on the NBA's comeback plan?
I think it's great. I think it's smart that they finally got a plan together. The 22 teams, I think, a little too much. It should have been just the 16 playoff teams. But if you look at the West, the reason you have 13 teams coming from the West is because of one of the teams that's now 3.5 games back at the Grizzlies. That's the Pelicans. Why the Pelicans? Well, they have a guy named Zion Williams, and they are going to try to do anything they can do to get Zion into the playoffs. So the first round, you have LeBron versus Zion. It would be compelling. It'd be fun, but there's no need for it. It is what it is. The Wizards would have to do something miraculous to unseat either the Nets or the Magic, that 8 seed. I don't see that happening. What I'm most intrigued about is how the Bucks treat it. I mean, their Magic number's 2. So a win by them and a loss by the Raptors, and they have that top spot in the East, which is all that matters, because there's really no home court advantage. So how do they treat this? I mean, you can't treat it like a regular preseason, because you have to get stretched out. You know, your bench shortens a little bit. Last year, Budenholzer didn't shorten his bench, and it might have cost him a little bit in the Eastern Conference Finals. Yeah. You would expect him to shorten the bench a little bit more this time around. So that means Giannis going from, 29, 30 minutes, which he usually plays, to 35 to 37 minutes. So even though you don't want to play him a lot, you're going to have to play him a lot to get him the game shape. So that's what I'm most intrigued about, how the Bucks, who really have nothing to play for in those 8 regular season games, are going to handle Giannis and Middleton and Brook Lopez's minutes.
You have to imagine that they'd almost treat it as a warm-up, right? You know, the Magic numbers 2, and they play the Wizards twice. So it almost seems like it's impossible not to get 2 wins. And they almost have to treat it as a warm-up as they head toward the postseason, right? That seems like the no-brainer.
Yeah, I mean, again, you think it would be easy, but if this was a preseason game, yeah, you get the rust off, you pay 25 minutes to get in, get out. But this is regular season games tuning up for postseason. And Giannis, I mean, he's played, 35 minutes a few times this year, and he's not used to it. And you're going to ask him to do that for 3 months now. So, yeah, you want to treat it kind of like a warm-up, get some of the rust off, get guys in, get guys out, get some, minutes for the guys at the end of the bench. But at the end of the day, you have to make sure Middleton has his legs for a long run. You have to make sure Giannis and Bledsoe and Lopez have their legs, and that's something that they haven't really done the last 2 seasons. I mean, they haven't been stretched out because the bench has been so good. It's been a weapon, which has been great during the regular season. It showed that last year in the postseason. I mean, probably wasn't the best thing having some of those back end of the bench guys playing. You're going to need Giannis to play big minutes, which means you're going to have to use those 8 regular season games as a way to get him set up to play those big minutes.
Great insight, Dario. We appreciate it. I called you the always entertaining Dario Melendez at the top, and you spoke with my producer, Kyle Hoffenbecker, a couple of years ago for a piece on Cream City Central. And one of the things that was brought up was zip tie cufflinks and your Yeah, obviously being a former college athlete, your belief in superstition. So how superstitious are you exactly? And during this quarantine period, have you had any superstitious, I guess, actions?
It's funny. I always say I'm not superstitious. I fall into a routine, but I'm without a doubt superstitious. Mike McCarthy used to say the same thing. I mean, again, I wore the zip tie cufflinks for 15 days in a row because the Brewers just kept winning. And I wasn't going to be the guy that made them lose. Uh, I haven't had anything right now, but I guarantee when the playoffs start for the Bucks, those bad boys, those zip tie cufflinks are coming back out because if it worked for the Brewers, I'm pretty sure it can work for the Bucks.
And they'll need all the help they can get as they will likely see Nick Nurse and the Raptors again in the Eastern Conference Finals. Shall they get there? Dario Melendez of Fox Sports Wisconsin joining us at Dario_Melendez on Twitter. Last one for you, Dario, before we let you hit it. You played college football at Sacred Heart, and you did a piece that I dug up on YouTube with the Milwaukee Mustangs, I don't know, probably about 10 years ago. When's the last time you were out there playing football? And I need to know if you've still got it.
Oh man, I'm like a. So I played flag football in one of the Milwaukee rec leagues last year, and I was MVP. I mean, it's not even fair. I mean, so I still got it. When I was at ESPN, the coolest thing about being at ESPN is that they have intramural sports. So there's pickup basketball at their outdoor and indoor gyms. There's softball, and they have flag football league. And I was the Heisman Trophy winner, the one and only year I played in the flag football league.
The Heisman
So
Trophy.
I mean. I could still ball a little bit as long as you don't hit me and touch me and just let me throw the ball.
See, I was just going to ask if we could get Gutekunst on the phone because Rogers could use you in the slot, I think.
Oh, I'm right there, man. I can get off the press. I used to always tell people it would really, really upset me when a DB or a linebacker would press me because if you watch my film, I could always get off a press. So I would make up in my head that they were insulting me. I'm like, you must be crazy if you think you're going to press me. I feel the same way now, which just goes to show you that I'm a doofus. Like this is rec adult flag football league, and I still take it way too serious.
And that is why you are the always entertaining Dario Melendez. Get it on a damn T-shirt, Dario. We appreciate your time, man.
Exactly.
Thanks so much for stopping by.
Thanks, guys.
That's Dario Melendez of Fox Sports Wisconsin here on the Alex Strouf Show. Man, he's hilarious. That was good stuff from Dario. We are going to jump to one final break, and we will come back, wrap up the week before we hit the weekend. This is the Alex Strouf Show right here on Cream City Central.